Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the Aero League Racing's Tier 1. This is Season 11. We're in Round 3 now. We're at the Nordschliefe this evening. Obviously, the guys are out in practice at the moment. There's one new person I can see on the grid at the moment, which is Ryo-chan, which is actually a familiar name to me. I'm sure I know of a Ryo-chan. Interestingly. Well, hello everyone, hope you've all had a good week. I hope you've been, had a good weekend. Obviously we're at the start of the week again. As I say, round 3 here this evening. Monday the 30th of October. Hopefully we won't have any spooky happenings going on this evening with the stream. Obviously we've had some technical gremlins before. I'm sure we'll be plagued by a few tonight. You never know, it does happen sometimes. I definitely recognise that name, Ryo-chan. Sure of it. I'm going to have to check my friends list in a minute. I'm sure, perhaps this is another one, but I'm sure I have a Ryo-chan on my friends list. But yeah, it looks like the first Brazilian driver we've had in Tier 1 this season. Sonic King's returning again in that BRZ that's been so OP so far this season. Just very, very good with the tyre wear. Very good choice for tyre wear. Not too sure it's going to save him tonight around the Nordschleife. I think the Nordschleife are going to be catching out a few people. Obviously a very, very long lap. Also the 24-hour loop this evening. So you've got part of the GP loop thrown in as well, which is probably the best opportunity for overtakes. As you can imagine, Nordschleife not really lending itself to a lot of overtaking opportunities. You've got the big main straight, haven't you? So I do believe we're going to get into qualifying now. I'm not sure who's going to be coming out of the pits first. We'll have to wait and see. So BX doesn't manage to get out first. I think that's actually Visaris first out of the pits. So we'll have a look at the start of his lap. Well, this is his first out lap anyway. Obviously the guys will go round for one time and then they will begin their fast lap. Which I'm not sure how many laps they're actually going to get to do in qualifying. I think it's going to be like a single lap shootout, maybe even a couple of lap shootout. I'm not sure they're going to have a specific time limit tonight, but I predict it to be around a late 7-minute for some of the faster guys, possibly an 8-minute something lap, early to mid 8 minutes. Being in the GT3 category of car as well. Obviously Visaris is there in the 720S, that's McLaren. Excuse me. We have got him being followed at the moment by Owen. Owen, obviously Iggy's teammate this season. They're in that M6, BMW M6. We have Capale. I think it's the RS01 Capellaro GT and the first of the AMG GT3s. Hello Jeremiah, welcome back mate. Nice to see you again. As I say, Capellaro there in the AMG GT3. Sonic King just passed him in that BRZ. We've got Ryo-chan. Ryo-chan fancies it in the GR Supra. That's Toyota. Bomber in the Wankel-engined RX Vision. I think absolutely screams around every track that it visits. There's Chris's teammate in the second of the two RX Visions. Isaac Mitch there in the trusty Peugeot. Very strange looking car, but it is. Kyle is in the Ford GT. That's the older of the two. And Isaac Mitch in the second of the two AMG GT3s. BX Royal, also in that Peugeot. And then CMP, who we have been calling OMP so far. I know, brilliant. That's a brilliant Halloween liveried GTR. Kudos on the livery there, son. Very good. I do like that he's rocking a Halloween livery. I think that's the only one we may have seen so far this evening. I think everybody else running their racing livery, so I'm going to give CMP some extra style points for this evening. And that does look great, doesn't it, that GTR? It does look cracking in them colours. Definitely. So they're just slowly approaching the halfway point of the track.
Sports is amazing for the world.
And yeah, sports is amazing for the world, Jeremiah. That is a very good statement, for sure. Brings everyone together, doesn't it? And it's cracking to see a very diverse grid this evening.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. Multi-nation racing, and to think how far it's come as well, Jeremiah. I don't know if you remember the days before multiplayer racing, you know. I remember when it first came about, it used to blow my mind, and it still does, to be fair, the fact that you can race with people from all around the world from the comfort of your own home. I only wish my knowledge of flags was
You put heart into it, you got a professional racer.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, you know, some guys have managed to take that step, haven't they? Obviously, they put the GT film out, didn't they, recently? I remember back along when GT Academy was first about, and I guess I think that was how Jan, wasn't it? Jan Mardenborough managed to make the step into becoming, and they're still not finished their outlap. He made the step into becoming a real racing driver. Obviously, he won the GT Academy and then went through the training camps and stuff, and the rest is history. But yeah, you have seen it. Obviously, if you followed Gran Turismo from GT Sport, they had that was when the GT Sport World Finals first started, and it is continuing to this day. And that is great as well, and that has also bred some real-time racers. Igor Fraga, James Baldwin, I believe, I think James Baldwin was actually world's fastest gamer, but he now races for real. Igor Fraga, obviously F2, I want to say, or is it F3? But one of them two he's doing now, isn't he? Open wheel. So yeah, it is possible. And some of the guys, I'm not going to, you know, without blowing the Aero racing and fast guys in Tier 1, guys worthy of the world, you know, the GT World Finals. I think I do see their names sometimes, a few names cropping up when I'm doing the time trials myself, because I'm always quite partial to a time trial.
You know it.
But yeah, Jeremiah's just agreeing with me there. Thank you, mate. And hope you're enjoying the comms this season as well. Obviously, hopefully I'll be a bit more jovial tonight. I had well, I announced it, didn't I, on the stream last week. I lost my little best mate. We had to have him put to sleep. He had a little blood clot, and the rest is history. But then we picked up a little kitten, which has kept us thoroughly entertained and thoroughly distracted as well. He's been a godsend these last 2 weeks. I think I would have properly had a breakdown, I think, if it hadn't been for little Loki. So shout out to little Loki. But yeah, we're back. Obviously we managed to make it last week as well, and yeah, hopefully we'll be a bit more jovial, as I say, this evening. Hopefully I sound more happier than I did last week. And we'll be looking forward to some absolutely cracking racing. So Owen is the first person to start his flying lap now. I think everybody coming to the end of that out laps. If you look at that tyre wear though, they are going to be struggling with tyre wear whilst they're trying to put in a fast lap. So less than ideal, not ideal conditions, but these guys will make it work. They always make it work. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah, see Sonic King in that BRZ. That tyre wear is absolutely incredible on that car. Good evening, Iggy. Welcome along, mate. Are you not racing this evening, Iggy? Iggy, no. So it's looking like maybe Iggy isn't actually racing this evening. The Time Lord, he's present in the spirit, in the chat, but he's not present on track. We're actually watching his teammate. Oh, he's on vacation. Okay, we'll have a happy holiday, Iggy. And we'll see you when you get back, and hopefully Owen will be able to bring home some team points this evening. We're on board with him at the moment. It does look like he is suffering slightly from that tyre wear. I think the laps start to get a little bit sketchy as he's starting to push. So I think the guy's going to be having to absolutely nurse their tyres through the out lap, but they've all come across the line now. They're all onto their first flying lap. Owen, if he doesn't have a massive off somewhere, he should be the first person to cross that beam at the start finish, but he has got a very long way to go. I can't remember the exact amount of turns it is at the Nordschliefe. I want to say 126, but I'm probably way off there. Nordschleife stats. So it actually features more than 170 corners of varying lengths. So I was way out, wasn't I? I said 126. That was a guess. We've also got the 24-hour loop thrown in as well. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fun this evening, Jeremiah. I think it's going to be a race of attrition again. I think the tyre wear is definitely going to be a massive feature. As you can see, it is already. So Owen is coming up to the halfway point of his first flying lap. He's currently got 3 minutes 26, 28, 29, 3 minutes 30 as we look back to Visaris. Oh, Visaris has a massive moment there. He manages to save it, but that is going to cost him. That's going to be crucial tenths of a second that he needs on the board. We'll have a quick run down and see how everyone's doing. So Sonic King, as I say, that BRZ, absolutely amazing on the tyres, and you can see that their tyre wear not nearly as bad as some of the other guys, well, Owen and Visaris we've been on board with so far. As you look at Capel's there, his rear tyres almost halfway on the wear indicator. He's actually got a 1.5 second penalty as well, so he must have... So Iggy's predicted that Sonic will win. He says he's definitely going to win. I'm not too sure, you know, Iggy. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see.
With about 50 seconds of penalties.
Well, that's the thing. As long as he keeps it clean and, you know,
With about 50 seconds of penalties.
maybe he will be able to keep it clean tonight. We've seen a couple of times. He seems keen. He seems fond of that push to pass, which is not. It's not good. Good drills, is it, in racing? Obviously, we like a bit of door rubbing. We do like a bit of door rubbing. You know, rubbing is racing, as they say, but not. Yeah, not pushing to pass. Alex says, good luck everybody. Alex, you're not racing this evening either. So we've got Alex not in, we've got Iggy not in. Who else is not here? Viking as well. Where's Viking? So I'm not too sure where some of the top runners are this evening, but I think some of the guys are actually sat in the top slots in the championship at the moment, not present this evening. Which means that some of the other guys might be able to get some decent points. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, Alex is stuck at work. Oh, dude. That sucks, man. I do feel for you, bro. If I wasn't busy doing the commentaries, then maybe I could have taken your place, but yeah, that sucks big time. Welcome along, people. If this is the first time you... It's Vex, man, your boy Vexed. I'll be taking you here through proceedings. Obviously, we're in qualifying at the moment, so don't worry, you've not missed the racing just yet. I'm not entirely sure how the qualifying is going to go around here. So Jeremiah is predicting Owen for the win. Iggy has predicted Sonic for the win. Do you know what, lads? I wouldn't write off, well, Capel not looking great at the moment because he's got that 1.5 second penalty, and looking at that tyre wear, I think he's going to be struggling with that. Capellero GT has looked quick though in that AMG, hasn't he? All season, so you never know. I wouldn't write him off either. Rayo-chan, obviously making a debut. I'm sure I know that name from somewhere. I swear I've got him on my friends list. Possibly I've raced with him before, not too sure. Isaac as well, he manages to pull him out of the bag sometimes, doesn't he? BX, I wouldn't write BX off. CMP, if he can get it hooked up, that Nissan should be quick around here. Yeah, you've still got some fast guys here, to be fair. But yeah, Owen, he's looking quick as well. Has anybody actually managed to finish their first flying lap? So yeah, it was going to be a one-lap shootout. They've managed to do an out-lap, and they're going to be doing one flying lap. So it's all going to be on this. How fast are they going to get? I said low to mid, didn't I? Low to mid, 8 minutes. His outlap was an 8 minute 29. He's currently on 7 minutes 38, 7 minutes 40, 7 minutes 49 as he comes through that split there for Owen. We'll stay on board with Owen because he's going to be the first person to cross the line. Obviously, remember, guys, this is qualifying. So this is going to determine the grid for the sprint race. Which is probably going to turn out to be a two or three lap race. So Owen comes over the line first, and did his time did count. So he got an 8:12. Sonic King has gone into first place with an 8 minute 3 seconds. So that is a whole 9 seconds, nearly 10 seconds quicker than Owen. That's unlucky, Owen. Visaris, 1.5 seconds behind Owen. I think Visaris also struggling with the tyre wear. So who was that? Capel manages to go up to 3rd place. Still 9/10 off of Owen. Reo-chan. I said watch for Reo-chan, didn't I? He's gone up there into 2nd place. He's still 3 seconds off of Sonic King. So I think Iggy might have called it. Unless some of the other guys managed to get some absolutely steaming laps in as they come across the line. I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat Sonic. So at the moment, it's looking like Sonic's going to be on pole. Reo-chan will be in 2nd place. Isaac Mitch at the end there. I told you, Isaac Mitch, don't write him off. He's up there to 3rd place currently. We've still got a couple of people to cross the line yet. So B. McKenna on the... Is that BX Royal? I told you. I said it, didn't I? Don't count too many people off just yet. So I think that order there is the order that is going to start for the sprint race. So we'll have Sonic King on pole, BX 2nd place, Reo-chan 3rd, Isaac Mitch 4th, McKenna 5th, Owen 6th, Capel 7th, Visaris 8th, Chris 9th, Capellero GT 10th, CMP in 11th, Kyle in 12th, and Bomber in 13th. So the sprint race will start shortly. Just waiting for the counter. I think everybody finishing their laps now, or they must have done anyway. It's just kicked us off the track. So just... Oh, we're not going to see the times now, are we? So, yeah. Race is just about to start. 3 seconds until the final will start. We will join the lads on track in just a second. So here we go. Let's get all the information that we need. Obviously a grid start for this first sprint race. They're waiting for the lights to go out. The klaxons will sound. And they're off. BX pulling right over to the inside early doors. He wants to cover off that inside line into turn 1. BX is going to have to follow round on the outside. Oh no, there's a bit of contact there in the background. I think a bit of a concertina. B. McKenna just running into the back of BX there. Possibly helped along by Reo-chan, who looks very close as well. So as they will give it all, that is for sure. So yeah, as predicted, this sprint race is only a 2-lapper. I think that's probably the most that they may get out of them tyres anyway. Obviously, Sonic King may be able to go for a bit longer because that BRZ is so very good on the tyres. So BX Royal is there in 2nd place. He's still holding off B. McKenna, who is there in 3rd. We've got Reo-chan in 4th place. Isaac Mitch is there in 5th. We've got Capel in 6th place. Kyle was there in 7th. We've got Owen 8th. Chris 9th. Capellero GT 10th. And there's almost 4 wide as they come down into this turn on the GP loop. Oh no, there was a bit of contact there. Somebody's gone off. Who was that? I'm not sure who that was. Somebody looked like they came flying off. It might have been Owen. Owen's looking slow at the back there. Not too sure what happened. So they're going to filter on down through. They will be coming onto the Nordschliefe very shortly. In fact, I think if we go on board with Sonic King, he has come onto the Nordschliefe for the first time. He's looking to scamper off into the distance at the moment. He's trying to extend that lead. He's already got it up to a 2nd. BX is trying to stay with him though. He's going to be putting that Peugeot through his paces. What a wacky looking car it is as well. But B. McKenna doing very well at the moment to stay with him. He's in that AMG GT3. only 8 tenths off the back of BX at the moment. BX is trying to extend that gap now. He's trying to get out of that slipstream range. I think he may have just done it. No. It looks like as they get up into the higher gears, McKenna starts to reel him back in. So maybe that Peugeot just hasn't got great top end. Oh, as I say that, BX has actually extended that lead now to 1.1 seconds. So B McKenna maybe trying to hold on for dear life at the moment, hold on to that slipstream, but he has just lost it. He's got Reo-chan still in that suck zone. Reo-chan probably going to be looking to try and get a move done, but as I say, now they're on the Nordschleife, it's going to be very, well, not a lot of opportunities for overtaking. Not cleanly anyway. Capel there in 5th place. I think he's made up a couple of places. Kyle is there in 6th. Isaac 7th. So Isaac has actually dropped a couple of places. He looked very quick. But looking like he's dropped a couple of places now. It looks like he's a little bit on the back foot as well. Come on, Isaac, you can do it, mate. Keep your head in it. Chris, the first of the 2 RX Visions, his teammate for backup there behind him. 1.3 seconds behind, but that is going to go up as he has got a 0.5 second penalty. They've been doing well, they do quite well to work together and maybe try and use the slipstream and null that penalty. Maybe use a bit of bump draft along the straight. Owen down in 10th place. He looked quite quick as well, didn't he, in qualifying? I think that was him that had the off. I think maybe there was a little bit of coming together with, I'm not sure it was, I think it may have been him and Bomber, I'm not entirely certain. I'd have to go back and watch the replay, but yeah, it did definitely look like he came off at one point. He dropped down to last, and he's now back up to 10th place. Kepler GT piling on that pressure though. CMP and that lovely Halloween liveried GTR. Looks like he's not having a great day out at the moment though, does it? Currently 3.2 seconds off the back of Kepler Aero. And Visaris, or was it Visaris maybe? Perhaps the contact was between Visaris and Owen, not too sure, as I say. So Sonic King is still out there in first place, but he's only 5 tenths ahead of BX now. What can BX do? Just going to go on board with for a little bit with BX as he's chasing down Sonic King. Well within that slipstream range at the moment. He's doing very well at the moment, isn't he, to keep Sonic King honest. Not letting him scamper off into the distance like he would have liked. As I say, I do believe these are going to be a race of attrition this evening. Everybody apart from the BRZ are going to be having to worry about that tyre wear. But look at BX go at the moment. He does look fast, doesn't he, in that Peugeot? Not one of the more regularly driven cars. I think actually this may be the first season that I've seen it raced in a championship, so kudos to BX and his teammate Isaac, I believe it is, isn't it, this season. It's always good to see people thinking out of the box. People all too often go for not the sensible choice, but the safe choices, don't they? The safe choices of the cars, the ones that they know will perform well, or they've got some, you know, very good handling characteristics. But yeah, fair play to BX and Isaac. But at the moment, Reo-chan looking like he's come from nowhere. He's actually creeping onto the back of these two as well. So not sure if he's just finding pace or if BX is maybe getting held up a little bit by Sonic. Sonic's starting to extend that lead now though. But the top three closer than they ever have been. I wonder if Rare Chan's been saving them tyres, you know. Does it like he's suffering with a lot better grip levels than BX is currently. So maybe that was his tactic. Maybe he was just staying behind, trying not to wear his tyres out too much so he can push and start to attack in this second lap. See the sparks coming off the back of that Super then. Absolutely. Oh, BX has taken the lead. BX is into the new race lead. Go on, lad. So BX, out of nowhere, has managed to get past Sonic King. I think it was down that straight, wasn't it? So maybe BX just making the most of that slipstream. He managed to get a slingshot past Sonic King. Sonic King now 9/10 off the back of BX. BX doing a cracking job at the moment. He's trying to extend that lead. But Sonic King not making it easy. He's all over his bumper at the moment. All up his gearbox. And he's keeping that gap, he's maintaining that gap to within 5 tenths, 4 tenths. Are BX's tyres going to hold on though? Has he got enough tyres to make it through the remainder of this lap? He's only got half of that grip left, just over. I think his tyres are going to be very, very short, aren't they, by the end of this lap? And Sonic King is starting to pile on that pressure now. Is he going to be able to pressure BX into a mistake? I'm not too sure. Reo Chan, he was there, wasn't he? But he's dropped now to 1.5 seconds behind. That's the top 3 for you. And in fact, we can see headlights in the background as well. So, in fact, it looks like the rest of the pack may be starting to gain on the top 3. Oh, big moment there from BX. He's managed to save it, but is he going to be on the back foot now against Sonic? Let's have a little on board with Sonic quickly as he's chasing BX. Putting that BRZ through its paces. Yeah, keeping it in third through this section here. He's actually gone down a second there. Short shifted back up to 4th. I think that's part of a strategy for saving tyres. Not wanting to try and spin the tyres up. Obviously both guys running 0 traction. But this is where the fight is at the moment, at the front of the pack. BX versus Sonic King. Can BX do enough to keep Sonic King behind him? He's doing a great job at the moment, but Sonic King is trying to look for a way past. He's showing him the nose of that BRZ. Is he going to be able to find a way past? I'm not sure he's going to be able to get it done through this back sector. Through this windy bit. It's more of a time trial track through this windy bit. Comes a little bit of a procession. Hopefully we're not going to see any contact. It's looking like Sonic's getting more and more increasingly frustrated. I think he's definitely trying to pressure BX now into a mistake. Managing to keep it nice and clean though. We will have to have a run down through the pack. We will come back to these. Well, we're going to have to stay with these two for a minute, aren't we? Because Sonic is very close at the moment. Putting BX on the... Oh, almost a moment there for BX. Is that going to open the door there to Sonic? Not quite that time round. Really putting that pressure on though, isn't he? BX has got to be sweating in that Peugeot. I'm sure he can see them headlights behind him, and he's doing all he can now to try and pull away. Managing to extend to 0.7. 7 tenths it went up to then, so maybe the Peugeot with a better top end than I thought it initially had. I think that's actually possibly where the BRZ lacks a little bit. It hasn't got the greatest top end, but what it lacks in top end, it has superior cornering speed and the tyre wear, as you can see. So BX absolutely revving the nuts out of that Peugeot now. He's extending to 1.2. He's definitely broken the toe. No! Oh, almost a moment there for BX. That was some cracking driving. So as he's managed to, oh no, see, as I said it, Sonic has managed to start cutting back into that gap. We will have to have a look at the rest of the field though, won't we? We'll have to have a quick rundown. So BX still currently a race leader. We've got Sonic King there in second place. We've got Ryo-chan. He's not far behind now in third place. It looks like Ryo-chan going for a late charge. Capel up to fourth place. Go on, Capel. Isaac is there in fifth. Come on, Isaac. Bring home the top five. You can do it. Kyle there in sixth. Chris is seventh. We got Capellero GT and well done, Capellero. McKenna there in ninth place. We got Bomber in 10th. Owen is 11th. We've got CMP there in 12th place, and Visaris bringing up the rear in 13th. He's actually 6.1 seconds off of Visaris. So back with the race leader, and he's still being chased down by Sonic King. Sonic King now 4 tenths off the back of him. Is he going to be able to find a way past? I'm not too sure. Maybe he's going to wait until the long straight towards the end there, try and get that slipstream, or is he going to try and get it done earlier? I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and find out. BX is definitely going to be sweating now though in that Peugeot. He's definitely going to be trying to, well, you can see he's defending for dear life, isn't he? He's not trying to leave an opening for Sonic King to be able to slip that BRZ through. Sonic King looking very aggressive though. He wants to try and retake that race lead. Is he going to be able to, oh no, I think we've just seen it there. Maybe, no. BX still holding on. Is he going to be able to hold on to the end though? Not too sure. And we've got third place there. Literally 2 tenths off the back of Sonic King as well. Where is the... There it is. We'll have to go with this one because there is a massive battle forming here for first place. It's a three-way battle now. Ryo-chan is right on the back of Sonic King. He's actually going to get a move done, is he? He's managed to get the inside there of Sonic King. We can see it in the background in the mirrors of BX's car. Sonic King managing to retake that second position. Has BX done enough to try and break that toe? I think he has. I think he's just got to try and get away down this straight now. He's going to be trying to get the most out of that Peugeot as he can. Absolutely revving it in fifth gear to get up to sixth. Up to 172, 73, 74, 75. And he's definitely managed to break that toe now. And Ryo-chan's managed to get past Sonic King. Is he going to be able to keep that position though? We're going to have to go on board with the race leader shortly though, as he comes up to the final sector. But Ryo-chan, he has managed to stay ahead of Sonic King. Sonic King furiously on the brakes now, getting that car slowed down. It's going to be his last moment for an overtake though, isn't it? As BX is going to take the checkered flag in his first sprint race. Absolutely cracking drive there from BX, first place there. Ryo-chan second place, Sonic King in third. Well, that was a turnout for the books, wasn't it, guys? I think the bookies are going to be absolutely falling over themselves at the moment. Capel is there in fourth place. We've got Kyle in fifth. Isaac is going to take sixth. Bomber will take seventh place. We've got McKenna in eighth. Owen will finish in... Oh, McKenna was ninth. Chris was eighth. Owen 10th. CMP 11th. Visaris... Wham to Capellero! So Visaris manages 12th place. Capellero, what happened to Capellero? He must have had a moment somewhere. He's going to bring it home there in 13th place. I think he's going to write that first race off, isn't he? He'll be starting from the front of the grid though, so you never know. He might be able to make some magic happen in the reverse grid for the feature race. Well, that was the first race and the sprint race, guys. As you should know by now, the results from that will determine the reverse grid for the feature, which will start shortly. And that was a cracking battle there for first place at the end there. Well done. To BX for taking the win. And well done to Sonic King and Ryo-chan. Sonic King, that was a fantastic battle you were having there with Ryo-chan. It looked very clean as well. You kept it clean with BX as well. So, yeah, great to see, mate. Great to see that, you know, we all knew you could do it. You're a very fast guy. You know, you don't need to push the pass, buddy. It's good to see, yeah, great to see some fantastic racing on display again this evening. We'll try and get some of the best action for you in this feature race. Obviously, as you saw there in the sprint, it does become a little bit of a procession. You get sort of little battles forming throughout the race, but most of the action there was at the front. So apologies to the guys towards the back that we didn't really see a lot of action from. So everyone's just getting back in the lobby, sorting their tyre choices out. Obviously, there will be a lap. There will be a lap. There will be a pit stop in this race. There's always a pit stop in the feature races. We actually saw a pit stop in the sprint race last week as well, didn't we? Around Alsace. That was an interesting race. So the feature race will begin shortly. Be interesting to see what tyre strategies everyone's going for. So it's looking like everybody maybe running the mediums. I think everybody going for the mediums in the first stint. No different strategies this week. In fact, I would imagine with the extended tyre wear, maybe they'll only be running the mediums. Perhaps they'll just run 2 sets of mediums. I'm not too sure. I think you have to run 2 different compounds. So maybe even medium hard. Kyle absolutely lighting the tyres up there, putting on a bit of a smoke display. See if he can drift it around this next one, can he? I thought that's what he was doing. I thought he was going for a little drift session. Cracking little car though, that Ford GT. Excuse me. I've got a bit of the lurg about me at the moment. So I think everyone's just trying to get a feel for the mediums. I'm imagining most of the guys have had practice during the week on the run up to this race, or during the weekend even. Yeah, I think it's a bit rubbish that they didn't put the cockpit views in for all of the VGT cars. It's a little bit lazy, isn't it, from Polyphony? And a bit of a shame because the one in the what is it? Oh, it's the Group 4, isn't it? The GR4. I think it's the Peugeot VGT. You got the interior cockpit, and it looks like a spaceship or something. It's wicked. Very good. So here it is. This is your feature race about to start. We've got Aero GT lining up on pole. He'll be waiting for the lights to go out and the klaxon to sound. Obviously a rolling grid or a rolling start for this feature race. Let's get into it. So they are off. Aero holding that first place for the meantime. He's not actually chosen to cover off the inside. Hopefully we won't get any dives up the inside into turn 1. Oh, we did see a little bit of congestion in the background there. CMP's managed to come through to third place, but he's just been hit by Brian McKenna. That was a little bit naughty there. Brian's not giving back the advantage either. The CMP now dropping down the order. Meanwhile, Owen's up to third place. He's being chased by B. McKenna. We saw there was that bit of contact with him and CMP. Maybe he didn't think he was at fault. Oh no, looked like a little bit of a risky move there from McKenna. I think there was a tiny bit of contact there on the entry, but he's taken that third place. He's up to third place at the moment. So we have Aero GT scampering off into the distance at the moment. 1.6 seconds the gap now. Visaris is there in second place. He's got McKenna behind him, 9 tenths behind him in that AMG GT3. Owen trying to hold on to his coattails there in fourth place, 3 tenths off him at the moment. Can he retake that third position? They are going to shortly come onto the Nordschliefe for the first time. 5-lap race this one, with how long the lap is. So here we go, they now come onto the Nordschleife for the first time. That would be turn 1 if you were just doing the actual Nordschleife loop. So Chris now trying to put the pressure onto Owen. He's up to 5th place at the moment. Can he get past him? Meanwhile, we've got McKenna as well, looking like he was getting closer and closer to Visaris. Hopefully we're not going to see one of them risky moves again. We'll have to try and check out some of the other action as well, but this looks like this may be McKenna trying to set up a move at the moment. Can he get that car past Visaris? He's pulled up alongside. Oh no, there was contact there again. He just, yeah, Visaris coming off worse out of that. He was on the outside there, but McKenna could have gave him a bit more room. Now Owen trying to go for the move on McKenna. He's managed to get it done. Owen up to 2nd place. Go on, Owen. But again, McKenna looking for that inside line. He's trying to fight back against Owen. Can Owen create a bit of a gap? As Aero GT is 4.7 seconds up the road now. I said he may be able to turn that reverse grid pole into a bit of magic, and he's doing it at the moment. 4.8, 4.9, 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. And there's a train forming now behind Owen. So we've got Owen there in 2nd place, being chased by McKenna in 3rd place. Chris is there in 4th. We've got Bomber 5th. And then the other rest of the train, we've got Isaac 6th. We've got Rayo Chan there in 7th place. Rayo Chan trying to come through the pack. We've got Capale there in 8th place. Sonic King is up to 9th. We've got CMP there in 10th. BX is there in 11th place, and Visaris 12th, with Kyle all the way down in 13th now. I'm not sure what happened to Kyle. He must have got caught up in some shenanigans. We'll go backwards through the pack again. So Visaris was there in 12th place. BX is there in 11th place. Can he get that move done on CMP? It's very close here at the back, isn't it? CMP actually almost running into the back of Sonic King there. Nowhere for him to go though. It has become a bit of a procession. As I said, it does become this way around the Nordschleife. Gets very close, but not a lot of overtaking opportunities. And obviously with that GTR being as wide as, well, one of the widest cars on the grid, it's going to be quite hard to find a gap for him to slot past Sonic King, who is in 9th place. Capelle's there in 10th. Reo-chan is up to 7th. We got Isaac there in 6th place. He's trying to hold Reo-chan behind him. Excuse me. Bomber's in 5th. Can he get that move done on Chris? I don't think he's going to be trying to go for the move though, because they are teammates, so I think maybe he'll be trying to assist his teammate in getting past the people at the front. The Chris has now managed to get onto the back of McKenna. McKenna looking to go for the move against Owen. He wasn't quite alongside. Owen's going to keep that 2nd place for the meantime as they come into the carousel. Oh, McKenna, oh, he nearly lost it on the exit of the carousel there. That's going to cost him a couple of tenths. He's still within that slipstream range at the moment, but he's given Owen a bit of breathing space. I think Owen needed that bit of breathing space, to be fair. Can regain his thoughts and get his head down and try and keep that gap, maybe extend it a bit more. As Capellero, your race leader, is now 6.5, 6.4 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Coming through my favourite part of this track. I do love this back twisty sector. Absolutely cracking corners. I love this bit as you come down the hill, and there's that bit, isn't it? Is it there? Yeah, where the car gets really light, the front almost lifts. In fact, it does in some road cars. Yeah, cracking driving from Capellero through there. He's doing well at the moment to stay ahead of the rest of the field. Owen, he's managed to extend that gap now to 1.1 seconds ahead of McKenna, who has got Chris breathing down on him. He's 1/10 behind at the moment, with his teammate not too far behind to back him up as well. The second of 2 RX Visions, Bomber. What can Chris do? Can Chris manage to set up a move? Maybe he'll come down the back straight. They're coming onto it now for the first time. And look at the rate that he's gaining on McKenna now in that slipstream. McKenna trying to break the toe, but I don't think it's going to work. I don't think he's got the toe of Owen up ahead either. So here it comes. Chris is going to get that pass done, isn't he? I think he is. He's on the inside now. He has taken that 3rd place away from McKenna. McKenna all over his bumper though. They're going to be coming into that hard braking zone. Oh, Chris all the way onto the back of Owen now as well. As they come into that hard braking zone, everybody keeping it nicely through there. McKenna again with a big slide. He managed to hold it though. That's some great driving there from McKenna. So Owen now covering off the inside. He's covered it off early. He's got Chris all over his rear. Chris is going to be looking for that move. He's trying to go the long way round. He's trying to get the switch back now. Will he get it though? No, not quite. McKenna's back up there as well. This battle for 2nd place is really heating up now. 4-way battle, 3-way battle for 2nd place. Owen trying to scamper off, trying to maybe reel in some of that gap to Capillero GT, but it's looking like Capillero maybe, if he doesn't have a moment, he's going to sew this one up. He's got a nice healthy gap at the moment. Owen 8.7 seconds behind him, 8.8 seconds. And Chris and McKenna almost pushing Chris along now. Oh, McKenna actually picking up a 0.5 second penalty. That's not going to help him in his efforts. Actually running into the back of Chris then. Still trying to find his way past. All he's finding his rear bumper at the moment. Chris doing all he can to defend that position as well. He's doing a cracking job at the moment. He's covering off the inside. Or he was, not giving McKenna the opportunity to get alongside and get that move done. As they come onto the Nordschleife for the second time. Where is the penalty line? I think he's going to carry that through the whole Nordschleife. I think it's along the start, that back straight. Oh no, 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 no. I don't know if there was contact there, but Chris, he's gone clattering into the barrier and into the other side, which has allowed McKenna through. I'm not sure if there was a tiny bit of contact there, maybe he was helped into the barrier, I'm not too sure. We have seen a little bit of contact with McKenna this evening. Meanwhile, Reo Chan up to 4th place now. He's got Capel with him in 5th. I think these two will surely get past McKenna, or they'll be alongside him once he serves that penalty, but he's not going to be serving it for a long time. And it is really close now between Reo Chan and Capel. Capel trying to find that way past. He's going to go up the inside here into this turn, is he? No, he wasn't close enough that time round. Oh no, he has a moment. Capel's had a moment. He's off. He's managed to come back on. He's saved it. He was onto the grass, looking like he may have had a spin, but he managed to keep it going. That was a great save there from Capel. He has lost a couple of attempts now though to Reo Chan. Reo Chan is in that slipstream range of McKenna. What can he do in that GR Supra? He looked rapid, didn't he, in the sprint race? He managed to take that 2nd position away from Sonic King at the end. And Sonic King is now up to 6th place. Where is BX? BX is in 8th. BX obviously taking the win in the first race, in the sprint. Reo Chan 2nd, Sonic King was 3rd. McKenna nearly onto the back of Owen again. But it does look like he's definitely used a lot more of them tyres than Owen has. Maybe they're just coming into their window, but they're going to die a lot quicker as well. So McKenna's still pushing to try and create a bit of a window so he can get past Owen, but Owen managing to maintain that gap to 5 tenths at the moment. Reo Chan, he's in that slipstream range now of McKenna, 5 tenths off the back of him, 6 tenths. What can he do? Can he manage to start putting some pressure on McKenna, force him into an error? We've seen McKenna's been getting a bit slidey, hasn't he? I think he's definitely definitely struggling for grip a little bit more than some of the other guys. Reo Chan onto the back of him now. Oh, he gets the pass done. That was a great move there from Reo Chan. He is past him as well, isn't he? Yes. Oh my God, that Supra. Wow, what an animal. Actually onto the back of Owen now as well. Owen's going to be at risk of losing that 2nd position. Reo Chan looking very strong at the moment. As they come up to the carousel for the 2nd time. Not really a place where you can get a move done. Didn't stop Reo Chan looking like he was going to go for a move, did it? I think it was a little flash there from McKenna. Getting a little bit frustrated now. He knows he's got to serve that penalty as well. Oh no, Owen with a mistake. That's allowed Reo Chan through. That's unlucky, Owen. It's allowed McKenna onto the back of Owen as well. I think Reo Chan, he's going to be able to create a bit of a gap, isn't he? Owen's trying to stick with him. He's doing all he can to stay in that slipstream range and keep McKenna behind him. We can see how close McKenna is. Oh, McKenna with a moment. Oh, he saved it. How did he save that? It looks like he's going drifting through the mountains, but he's not. We're at the Nordschliefe with the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. Well, that is one of their Tier 1 drivers, isn't it? Saves like that. So we have Caballero GT. He's now 10 seconds up the road. He's got a lovely gap, hasn't he? He's not got to worry about defending. He's just got to keep that car on the track. Try and put in some purple laps. Meanwhile, Reo Chan, he's extended that gap to Owen to nearly a second. He's 9/10 ahead at the moment. He is now a second ahead. So he's broke that slipstream range, which is going to be crucial as they come onto the back straight. But I think that Supra, he's got a cracking top end, hasn't it? Absolute rocket ship. Owen. Oh, wait, what? Wait, we've lost someone. So he's finally had a moment. Oh no, Owen. Owen's had a moment as well. That's allowed Sonic King through. Sonic King up to 3rd place now. He's free to chase Reo Chan. And BX Royal, he's going to get a move done as well. He's managed to come past Owen. So Owen dropped 2 positions. I think 3 positions in a matter of corners. He's going to have Bomber and CMP to deal with soon as well. CMP up to 7th now. Capel down to 8th. He was up there, wasn't he? Oh no, it was McKenna, wasn't it? McKenna must have had a moment. He's now down to 9th place. He has served that penalty as well. Okay. So Kyle is there in 10th. We've got the first of our pits. Visaris is there in 11th. There's a bit of a gap between him and Chris in 12th, and Isaac Mitch is there in 13th place. He's not too far behind Chris, but I do feel like everybody is going to be going into the pits on this lap, apart from Sonic King, who has favoured track position, and he stayed out. He's up to, well, he's the new race leader. 4.7 seconds the gap, 4.8 seconds the gap, 5 seconds the gap. He's actually just put in a purple sector as well. So Capel actually favouring track position as well. He's not pitted yet. He's there in 2nd place at the moment. 5.4 seconds behind Sonic King. And 3.7 seconds ahead of B. McKenna, who has stayed out as well. So he feels like he's got another lap left in them tyres. Caballero GT was the race leader, wasn't he? He's now in 4th place, 13 seconds off the back of the top 3, but he has just pitted. He's on a fresh set of softs as well, so he is going to be catching them at a rate of knots. And they are still yet to pit, but will them softs take Caballero to the end of the race? Not too sure. Reo Chan, he's there in 5th place, 7.3 seconds a gap to Caballero. And he's on a fresh set of softs. We've got BX 5 seconds behind Reo Chan. And he's also on a fresh set of softs. So yeah, everybody going for the fresh set of softs for their 2nd stint. Owen's now down in 7th place behind BX Royal. We got Bombernet in 8th. CMP is in 9th place. Kyle 10th. Visaris 11th. Chris 12th. And Isaac 13th. And crucially, they've all pitted as well. So it's only the top 3 that are still out on worn tyres. And as much as the tyres may not be an issue, they are going to have to fill them cars up at some point. So Sonic King still the race leader. He's actually taken the fastest lap at 8:13.782. Capel's fastest lap was lap 2, and he did an 8:19.1. And he's 3/10 down this lap, so I don't think he's going to improve on that lap time at the moment. That's quite a big margin. That's like 6 seconds off of Sonic King's time. McKenna, 8:24. 1.1 is his PB. Oh, no, that is his PB, isn't it? Aero. Still in 4th place at the moment. He is bringing that gap down though, isn't he? It's down to 10 seconds now. It was up to like 13, I think it was. Now down to 9.5 seconds, so yeah. That tyre wear for the front 3 is coming into effect now. Well, maybe not coming into effect for Sonic King as he's in the BRZ, but definitely coming into effect for Capel. And it is going to be affecting McKenna as well. And you can see Aero is really starting to gain on them now. 9.3 seconds now, the gap to McKenna. Reo-chan, he'd started to creep up there. He's managed to start bringing that gap down to 7.2. I think it was up to about 8 seconds, wasn't it? So he's got that gap down somewhat. BX Royal, he's trying to work on that gap as well. 5.4, 5.5 seconds now behind Reo-chan. Okay, now. Slippers. And we've got Owen 3.7 seconds now behind BX. Healthy gap to Bomino, 1.2 seconds. He's not got to worry about defending just yet. Just got to try and keep Bomber out of that slipstream range. He's got CMP to deal with anyway at the moment, who is in 9th place. He's only 5/10 off the back of Bomber. Kyle is there in 10th. Bit of a gap though between him and CMP, and a bit of a gap between him and Visaris. He's having a bit of a lonely race at the moment, as is Visaris. He's 3 seconds ahead of Chris and 7 seconds behind Kyle. Chris in 12th place at the moment. Isaac 13th as he comes over the crest of the hill. So your race leader, Sonic King, still 9.1 seconds, 9.2 seconds. He's extending that gap now. I think his tyres have probably just come into their window. Probably putting in purple sectors, maybe. We'll wait and see if we can see a split. But yeah, with a nice healthy gap. So yeah, he is actually 4.6 seconds up on his previous time. See a lot less fuel in that car now. Not too sure he'd make it around for another lap on that fuel. So I think this will be the lap that he comes into the pits. Another purple sector there. Absolutely flying at the moment is Sonic King. Sonic was obviously tipped by Iggy for the win. He actually came in 3rd in the feature in the sprint race, sorry. which won before this. This is the feature. We actually had BX was the winner, and it was Reo Chan was second place. Sonic King third. As I say, these guys still yet to pit though, so I'm not sure if they're going to be in that window to be able to get out ahead of the rest of the field again. We'll have to wait and see for that one, but doing a great job at the moment. And yeah, you can see the fuel indicator has now started flashing for Sonic King, so he will surely be pitting this time round. And he does. So Capel, he will also be following him in, as will McKenna. So Aero GT, I think he's done enough. I think he is going to become race leader once again. Definitely got enough fuel to take him to the end of the race, and them tyres looking very good at the moment as well. And he does, he takes out the lead of the race again, so Aero GT becoming first place once again. Top slot on the podium at the moment. He's just got to bring that car home now. He's got a nice 5.9 second, 6 second lead over Reo Chan, who has actually pitted as well. So Reo Chan now up to second place, as the other guys start filtering out of the pits. BX is up to third place. So what can they do? Can they start to try and challenge Aero GT for that race lead? BX 5.9 seconds behind Reo Chan at the moment. Then we've got Sonic King. He's just come out of the pits. He's 1.4 seconds behind BX, so actually not doing too badly off of that late pit. It's not costing him too much time. Still on the back of the back three. Bomber is there in fifth. Bomber's now being challenged by Owen. Owen 3/10 behind him. Can Owen get the move done? He was looking quite fast, wasn't he? Early doors. We've got CMP up to 7th place now. The CMP looking quite quick as well in this feature race. Kyle was there in 8th place, with Capel for company in 9th. We've got Chris there in 10th, and he's now being challenged by McKenna. McKenna did have quite a good start of the race, didn't he? There's a few sketchy overtakes. He's now finding himself down in 11th position. He's got fresh tyres though. A lot fresher than Chris's. I think he's just come out of the pits. Almost taking identical lines through that last sector. Chris doing all he can to hold on to that 10th place at the moment. McKenna keeping him honest though. He's only 2/10 off the back of him. He may get that move done. We'll go back on board with them two in just a second. Isaac Mitch is there in 12th. He's managed to make up a position now. Desirous down to 13th. So yeah, McKenna still chasing down Chris. He's 1/10 behind him. Chris holding that inside line. He's not going to give Brian or Barry or whatever, he's not going to give McKenna the opportunity to go up the outside or the inside. Defending like a champ at the moment though. sparks look absolutely fantastic, don't they, as they come down the hill there. Oh, it's looking very close again from McKenna and Chris. There's a yellow flag up ahead. And it's gone again. Somebody must be off somewhere. O'Connor, Pale, CMP, Owen, Bomber, was it Sonic, BX maybe? So Caballero still in first place. He's got a 4.9 second gap to Reo Chan, who is there in second place. He's 8 seconds now ahead of BX, who is really being chased down by Sonic King now. Sonic King with the tyre advantage as well. BX has been running them for quite a lot longer. Definitely got enough fuel to take him to the end of the race, but them tyres, I'm not sure them tyres are going to make it. At the moment he's having to defend as well against Sonic King, who is on way fresher tyres, isn't he? Hardly even used them tyres, but he did pit on lap 3, I believe, so he's only, or was it lap 4? I can't remember. It doesn't look like he's even done a lap on them tyres yet. So the rest of the field fairly spaced out now. Chris and McKenna are probably the closest two in the backfield at the moment. CMP has dropped off the back of McKenna now. He's 4.8 seconds behind him. Caballero still in the race lead, but that gap is starting to come down now. It's 3.8 seconds the gap. Reo Chan is starting to eat into it, but he's also eating into them tyres. On about the same tyre wear though as his competitor up ahead. What can he do? He's been really quick all this evening, hasn't he? So he may even be in. Oh, as I say that, he has a massive moment there. He's managed to keep it, but that is going to cost him somewhat. The gap has gone back up to 4.3 seconds. It come down to 3.8, I think it was. So BX still managing to keep Sonic King behind him, but how much longer is he going to be able to do that for? Now on lap 4 of 5. BX actually put in the purple sector there, so even though he's being chased, he's still very quick. Sonic King doing all he can to try and find a way past, but at the moment that Peugeot proving just too much. Sonic King well in the toe now. Is he going to be able to get the move done down the back straight? Night has fallen around the track now as well, so I think this is where people are going to be starting to make mistakes, starting to miss their braking zone slightly in the last stages of this race. See the stars are out around some parts of the track. So they start their final lap. The gap now from Reo Chan to Caballero is 2.7 seconds. Sonic King Sonic King managing to get the move done. Not sure if BX had a moment there. We literally just skipped ahead, didn't we, to go and see what the race leader was doing. And Sonic King was in third place with BX 3.7 seconds behind him, 4 seconds behind him. That's unlucky, BX. Did really well, didn't he, in the sprint race? He actually won the sprint race. Aero doing a fantastic job here in this feature race. Managing to snag, well, he didn't manage to snag it, did he? Started on pole by default, being the reverse grid. Had a bit of a shocker in the sprint and, yeah, wrote that one off. But he's done a cracking job at the moment. He's kept that gap at the moment. It's currently 3.1 seconds. But Reo-chan, he's just looked on fire all evening. He's actually currently got the fastest lap of 8 minutes, 4.125. So yeah, doing an absolutely cracking job at the moment in that GR Supra. And you never know, he may even, if he doesn't have too many moments like that, he may even be able to challenge for the lead of the race. As you see, that did cost him a couple of attempts there. The gap back up to 4 seconds. 8.2, the gap to Sonic King though. Not sure if Sonic King's going to be able to make an impact on the top two. He's currently third slot on the podium, 7 seconds up the road from BX. I don't know if he had a moment or what happened there. I think it was turn 2. Bomber, 3.5 seconds off the back of BX. Starting to chip into that gap slowly, but this is the final lap, so not too sure what he's going to be able to do. Owen currently 6th place. Capel there in 7th. He's actually starting to gain on Owen as well, so maybe with a challenge for that 6th place. McKenna there in 8th, with Kyle 7 attempts behind him in 9th. CMP is there in 10th. We've got Chris in 11th. 9 tenths off the back of CMP. Psaris is in 12th. And Isaac Mitch down in 13th. Oh no, Caballero, he's had a moment. Locking them front wheels up. He had a huge slide. He's managed to keep it going, or he's managed to get going again. But that is going to cost him. That gap now down to 2.1 seconds. Got on board for a little bit with Reo-chan as he's chasing Caballero down. He is bringing that gap down now. Keep having a kitten jumping all over me and digging his claws in. So Reo-chan, what can he do? Currently the fastest lap. We saw that moment from Caballero, furiously trying to hold on to that race lead. But his tyres definitely looking very second hand now. That gap down to 1.8 seconds. He's going to see the headlights, isn't he, of Reo-chan? That is going to be an intimidating sight. He's had such a great lead up until this point. It's a little bit sketchy through that couple of corners. 1.5 seconds now the lead to Reo-chan. Sonic King is catching, but I don't think he's catching quick enough. Through the carousel for the final time. Ryo-chan now within 1.1 seconds of Caballero GT, who's going to have to start going defensive soon. Is Ryo-chan going to have enough tyres though to be able to go for an attack? Or enough fuel? In fact, it's looking like this boat is going to be quite close, isn't it, on the fuel for both of these guys. Nine tenths is the gap now. He's really started to reel in Caballero GT. Caballero GT is going to be starting to sweat for sure. What can he do? Can he defend that position? I think as they come onto that back straight, that's going to be where we see the move come. That GR Supra is so strong in a straight line, isn't it? I'm not sure that AMG is going to be able to hold him off. But it looks like Caballero might even run out of fuel. No! Caballero! Has he underfueled that car? I'm not too sure. You can see the headlights now of Ryo-chan behind him. 1 second the gap, 0.9. 9 tenths, 8 tenths, 7 tenths. 6 tenths. He's going to run out of fuel! Caballero! No, Ryo-chan! He's all over him now! Can Ryo-chan get that move done? Can he get it done? I think he has. I think Caballero's run out of fuel. So Ryo-chan, he's going to take the lead. No way. Oh, Caballero, heartbreak for Caballero GT. Ryo-chan, he takes the win. Well done, mate. Caballero, unlucky. Second place. Sonic King was third. BX, he's going to bring it home in fourth. Is he? He's got Bomber all over the back of him. He's on fumes as well. But he does, he makes it home in fourth place. Bomber was fifth. Capale sixth. Owen seventh. McKenna, he's going to take that eighth place. Oh, almost into the barrier at the end there. McKenna eighth. Kyle, he's run out of fuel as well. Come on, Kyle. He's going to lose that position, and he does. CMP, he's going to creep across the line into ninth place. Kyle, will he finish in 10th? I think he's going to, yeah, Kyle, he brings home in 10th place. Chris nearly out of fuel as well, 11th. Isaac, he's going to bring it home in 12th. Or is he? Yeah, I think he is. He definitely is. Come on, Chris, Isaac. Isaac finishes 12th place. Visaris will bring it home in 13th. What a race that was, guys. We saw a lot of them guys running out of fuel right at the end there. That was absolute heartbreak for Caballero. He was on for that win. Ryo-chan was really close, wasn't he, at the end? But yeah, I think if Caballero hadn't run out of fuel, he may have still won that race. That was unlucky, Caballero. Really unlucky. Well done, guys. That was a cracking race. I hope you enjoyed that one. This has been round 3 at the Nordschliefe. We were Tier 1 drivers from the Aero League Racing. I'll be back next week. I've been your boy Vex. Good night.